Hey, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Oh, look at this. We got our phone going crazy. I'm just trying to connect with you guys because I don't have my laptop here because that's packed away. And I told you that I wouldn't be here this Sunday. Well, things happened. Where's that cord over there? Did I cut the wrong cord? Son of a... I cut the wrong cord. So this machine's going to have a really long power cord. Oh man, what a dumb mistake I did. Here's a 12-foot extension cord now, and I wanted to have just a, what do you call it, 10-foot cord on here. It looks like we're gonna have a really long one, but anyways, so I told you that I wouldn't be here on Sunday because I was going to Arizona to pick up a car. Are there any people in chat? There's just one in chat, and that's me. I was going to pick up a car in Arizona, but that plan got changed because my wife kept saying, I'm not blaming it on my wife, but my wife kept saying, if you could do it any other weekend, I could totally go with you. So, because she said she's busy the first half of the week. So, which was true. So I applied for non-paid time off at work. And I applied for a whole week straight, and then I applied for days. Well, they approved some of the days first before they did the whole week. So I thought I only got Thursday and Friday off next week. So I told her, I'm like, well, since I got this, why don't we go? You come with me, get your work done, and you can come with me. Nobody's here yet either. Just one, just me. So nobody, so she could come with me. So, and then after that, I got the whole week approved. So, it's good either way. My Arnold Palmer light half and half. I also got 3 jugs from Miss Dippin' Donuts, thank you. Oh, it's so good. So anyways, 2 things. I got my chat back up. And I don't know why that is on there. Let me see if I can just do some. Okay, yeah. I don't know why that is there. And I can't change it, so. Oh well. So we got half of this chat showing that we don't want. Twitch lock. Can I change? No. Ooh, somebody's getting yelled at. I could. Yeah. We'll just leave it like that, I guess. It's no big deal. It's just that much of the thing doesn't need to be shown. Alright, but anyways, so we are going to do, what do you call it? Is that going to show? The motorboard on this bad boy. We're just going to go through this thing, buzz through it as quick as we can, put a new power cord on, vacuum it off, remove the dead spider, and that'd be about that. So, I don't know if it would be easier to have that one over here too. We could. It's all vacuuming and let me see if I can do both. Oh, here's the links. I want you guys to Mark's Basement Arcade link and MGC link. Oh, it popped one up. I did too. Anyways, oh well. 2 cameras. There we go. You can kind of see me in both. Should I flip that around? No. I think it'd be good the way it is. I can zoom this one in a little bit. So we're going to work on these right now. What I'm going to do, first we're going to clean them. We're going to buzz them clean. Then we will remove them off the board. Then we will vacuum, brush, and clean. So, buzzer time. Those are all clean. I'll take this, stick that over there. We will take my brush. We're gonna brush off the top of these, get all the ickies off while they're still attached nice. And we can be a little violent with the brush. Because if any of the wires are going to break, I want them to break right now. And if they're not going to break from what I'm doing, they should be solid. Alright, we got a tub. What we're going to do is just remove all these screws now. a longer extension. Just makes it a little easier to get down in there. Still got myself watching. Where is everybody? Is there like a football game on or something today that I don't know about? Oh, that's much better. Something going on. Baseball. Nothing can be more interesting than what I'm doing. I'm gonna try getting this whole board done. You know what? It might help too if I move my mic back where it normally goes. It's way over here, but it should be okay, even though it's not where I normally have it. Alright, you can go over here. Let's put you like that. There. That mic's really good. It picks up everything everywhere. So, but I usually have it really close to me. Two more. Come on. I think we can get through this whole board today. I think we can. We're going to try. I'm getting through the whole board today with you or without you. Alright, we got that done. I want to see if I can do something. Oh, we are in the right one, okay. Trying to see if I can cast it to my TV down here. Usually it doesn't. It'll always give me like a the screen it's like giving me right now, ready to cast. Hey, but I got 3 people watching. Oh, always give me like a... Hey, it's working. The screen it's like giving me right now, ready to cast. Hey, but I got 3 people watching. There we go. Give me like a... Hey, it's working. Alright, so let's turn that down. I can see the TV now, what you're seeing. Alright, let's get these back together. So if anybody wants to chime in, feel free to do so. I need to see if I can do one other thing. If I can turn off this thing that's on there. Ooh, and I gotta resubscribe too. Use Prime Sub. Subscribe. Show me. Hey, sure. Okay, got it. Yes. Share. There we go. I just shared my thing. There we go. Thanks myself for resubscribing. And I can't get rid of that thing on there. But anyways, yeah, if you want to use Prime, there's instructions on how to use Amazon Prime if you have an Amazon Prime account, and you can get yourself a free subscription to tvMGC. And all that does is supports the Midwest Gaming Classic, helps pay bills, it helps with the show. What the hell? There we go. All that good stuff. And what you see here with me is just volunteering time. This is, I volunteer for the show. I don't get paid for this. It's just me volunteering for Midwest Gaming Classic because I believe in the Midwest Gaming Classic. Now I see that they already have it scheduled up for next year. I don't know if it's along the bottom of the screen or not yet. Nope. Still got yet last year's dates. They won't update that till the 2024 show. So all these I'm just putting right back where they were. I just like removing them so I can vacuum easier. I like to get underneath everything to get the dirt off, all that cool stuff. I wish that stupid animated effects notification thing would pop off the screen, because that's taking up good, valuable chat real estate. Alright, where are we here? Alright, so we got all that vacuumed. Let me go over with the top in some spots now. Getting my little tweezer thing. Well, not my tweezer, even my needle nose pliers. We've got 3 people watching. 3 people that are watching, welcome to the show. If you want, you can say hi. Say hi, Mark. You don't have to, but it's always fun. These, take them off too. I loosen just about everything on this board so I can get underneath it to clean, vacuum, adjust if necessary, check wiring, look for odd, goofy things that may be out of the ordinary. Alright. Let's get those out of my way. We will vacuum again. Hi, Melissa. Designer, aka Melissa. Alright, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tighten up these contacts. I will switch cameras. Which one would it be? This one. We're going to move you over here. So you can see exactly how I'm going to tighten up these contacts. Williams are real nice, as you can see. These are contacts, these Jones plugs. The female ends of these are in great condition. However, with Williams, it only contacts 2 parts of the Jones plug. And it contacts this side and this side. It does not contact this side or that side. So when you're cleaning Williams Jones plugs, you just need to actually clean these sides. Because if you look here, you will see that these are the spots right here that I'm squeezing together is what touches the Jones plug. Yes, you can really clean a whole male end of the Jones plug. It's not going to hurt. But this area right there is really all the Jones plug cares about. This is easier going this way. But yeah, that's all the Jones plug really cares about for cleaning wise. And these ends are kind of self-cleaning. However, if they are kind of nasty, you can take your generic Dremel with a real 443 bit and just flip it and you can do that. I really have I think probably I've only done that a couple times on some really bad, nasty corroded ones. Usually when they get that powdered up white color, I like to do that, but otherwise I never do it. I can still hear my TV a little bit. The big woof is Comet. The little woof is Oliver. Comet used to never bark because he was a new dog. He was a rescue dog. But then he got used to being here, and Oliver always barks. So now they both bark. There. Those are adjusted to my liking. You're getting my arm real good too, which is awesome. So we'll put these. If they get under there good, I'm gonna do it one more time just to make sure. It's not gonna hurt. There. It's not going to hurt to do it. Alright. So, another thing that gets done too is all those wires just got checked because none broke off, so that means they got a good contact. Sure, I didn't pinch one when I tighten it back down to the board. So you see a lot of refurbished games out there that people are say, yeah, I went through the game, it's working 100%. But do they really go through them like I do? I want to make sure they're working 100%. And I'm not going to have to visit you because something that was skipped broke, which can be a pain in the butt. So I like to go through all this stuff and make sure everything does work, so I don't have to visit you. I want you to just get your game and it just works. This could use just a little tweak. Even though if they do move, sometimes I still want to adjust them a little bit. Sometimes I just want to make the switch gap just a little bit tighter. This way I do know they're going to be accurate. Alright, let's go to over here. We're gonna clean the score motor. First we're gonna take this switch stack off. We're gonna do it the easy way. Boom. Look at that. That's the easy way on cleaning. That's out of the way. Now I think I will clean this first and then move it to clean the rest. I always forget on these, do I use naphtha or not? And the answer is naphtha. I got my new bottle. This is my new one. My other one, the seal on it for the bottle was crumbling away. Actually, it goes this way. The seal was crumbling away and it was just getting nasty. So I decided it was better to get a new bottle. So I don't have mics anymore. However, I still got Mike's alcohol bottle. I'm just gonna rip that off. Get a new clean spot. We will work with. So I believe, if anybody is interested, this game is on the market. I got a trade deal maybe going through with it, but the guy I'm working with on it hasn't gotten back to me, and I don't want to keep bothering people with stuff that they are aware of and maybe are interested in. So they know how to get a hold of me if they do still want this game. And I told them, I said, I am still going to be working on this game, whether they want to do the trade deal or not. So since then, I haven't got any replies or answers or anything, so I am considering the game is still just up in the air. And if anybody wants a triple action, I have one that is being shopped right now, a full shop. Hey Ryan, what's up? What's up, Turbo Graphics? So yeah, Ryan, if you know anybody looking for a triple action, possibly in the next month, let them know. Great Starter EM. I was just saying I have a possible deal on this. However, I haven't had any reply back on what is going on, because it was iffy. It was either a trade on this I get their machine, they get this machine, or I end up just refurbishing their machine that they got. So, yeah, thank you. Put the word out. Ryan, if you want to, throw up your all your Facebook and YouTube stuff. Get the word out. You know I'm all up for that. And if you got your ad for your game that you're selling, throw that up too. Alright. I think it's pretty clean. I might do a little once over with a fresh towel. Well, I mean not a fresh towel, a clean spot. Just go over everything I can. Let's get the last little bits of anything weird off. So I have some games that are coming in that will be for sale. I have a Captain card that I already have here. I have a Card Tricks, which is a Gottlieb Card Tricks. Captain card is also Gottlieb. They're both single player wedge heads. And then I have a Gottlieb Pro Pool wedge head that will be coming in the future too. And those will all be up for sale. They will all be up for sale once they get fully refurbished. I mean, or you can just buy them as is. That's always fun too. Now we get Q-tips out. This is where I get really goofy. I now will clean all the little tabs and that grease on everything. So I just want it to look that good when you open it up. Nothing wrong with this. It's a little extra step, but when you open it up and it's all nice and clean inside, it's just a better looking machine in the end. I don't think you can disagree with me on that. Compared to how this was. It was all just nasty and dirty. So if I clean up all these spots, it will be just that much better. Like I said, I need to work on this game anyways, because it's got to get fixed. I need it gone. I need money for other things. So why not just stream the whole motorboard refurbish? This way maybe somebody can watch the whole thing and skip through areas that they want, because this will be all up on YouTube too. Yes, I took first place last night. First place in the bottom. Why can't I do that, you know, for the top? I played like a mofo on all the games. I either came in first or last. I think we played 8 games. I either came in first or second. One game I came in last. That was just 2 people. It was me and another person playing Godzilla. and Godzilla just kept spitting him out ball saves. I'm like, well, as soon as my first ball was done, and it kept spitting him out ball saves, and he was like at 100 something million, and I was only at 19 million on the first ball, I already knew my game was done. And the machine just did that to him the whole game. Just kept giving him ball saves. I'm like, okay, well, this is my one game I'm losing. And it was just Godzilla. I won on every other game, or I came in second. So, it was 3 people playing. And basically it didn't matter if you came in first or second. It's just whoever lost. Whoever lost got a strike. 3 strikes, you're out. So I forgot how many people were playing. But yeah, 3 strikes, you're out. So I got 1 strike. And then the last game we played, which was Doctor Who, both of the people had 2 strikes. One had, I can't remember what it was, but I had 1 strike. They both had 2 strikes. So what happened was, I think whoever came in last should have just lost that one, but it basically came out, since I won the game, they battled against each other to see who came in second and third. That's what happened. So I guess that was how it worked. I don't know how the tournament stuff works. Hey, Scamp Camp, what's up? We were at Don and Liz's house. We were at Don and Liz's house doing tournament. Okay, now these switches, as you've seen before, previously, I used to take these all off one at a time and clean them. Oh, it's you, Barry. Hey, Barry, what's up? I used to clean these off one at a time. And welcome, first time chat, Barry. Welcome to Twitch. I used to take these off one at a time, and I don't do that no more. Now I take this whole stack off, and I go in there with my generic Dremel that I got from Dave's Arcade. But it's got a real Dremel 443 bit on it. And I just, I am going to go in here and buzz every contact clean. It should take about a minute or 2 to go through this whole thing and clean every single contact. Man, those were dirty. Um, hey, that's cool, Barry. Just good relax. Real vinyl dude. It gives a couple thousand points almost as a player you... Oh. Check the wiper fingers on the player unit, advance it manually, and see if it what do you call it? If they are connecting early or too late. You could actually take that board. I don't have one around with me, but you can actually take the fingers off, and then there'll be 2 screws, and you can actually turn that board in little increments. But it kind of almost sounds like your fingers are either bent where they're touching something else, or I don't know if it would be score motor. But that's another thing why these games are just so old. I like to go completely through them. A lot of people are like, yeah, my game works perfect, but I got this one issue. Okay, you do have this one issue, but later on down the line, you're going to have another issue and another issue and another issue, just because, stuff isn't gone through. But I think that stepper, put it this way, I had on my Grand Prix, if you put in 4 credits, it would go from player 1, it would go 1, 2, 4, or it would go 1, 3, 4, because that board on the back, somebody had bent the fingers and also loosened that board and twisted it. That board only twists a little bit. It goes a little bit this way and a little bit that way, so you can just get some fine tuning out of it. But the first thing, you need to watch every finger going around to see if it's been bent or if the whole board's out of sync. If you got one finger that isn't hitting the contacts on the board correctly, you have just one bent finger on your wiper board. But if you have a bunch of fingers that, like, every finger doesn't contact everything correctly, you have an alignment issue with that wiper board. These are just so dirty. I went through them this way to clean them. Now I'm going to go through them this way, because some of these were just so nasty. It might be easier if I take this, throw my junk up on it. This thing is just, switches are just really nasty on this score motor. I think I just take it, then I'll go maybe like this. Yeah, you guys can still see that. Yeah, it's that alignment can it can screw you up. Like I said, my Grand Prix, I rebuilt everything perfectly. I didn't pay attention to the alignment, and so when I rebuilt it, because I remember there was a lot of fingers that were bent like crazy, and I got them all fixed. I gotta fix this. I see. We got a broken Jones plug. That'll be easy to fix. Actually, that probably doesn't even need to be fixed. Once it's plugged in, it's plugged in. But I will throw some glue on it, maybe put a strip of something on the back to hold it tight. But I know people freak out on these broken Jones plugs. I'm like, well, just hold it together like this and push it in. It's good. But yeah, I need to go through on this side because some of these were just like black. At least going through it the second time, everything will go faster. Oh, this thing is, I think it's on its deathbed. These are some of the nastiest switches I've seen in a long, long, long time. They were like really super carboned up. Like, wow. They were just nasty. I'm still shocked. I've never had to go through them twice. But they were just so black. And I could see like chunks coming off. They were just nasty. Alright. That's clean. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to clean the front of these off. Get the chunks off here. I'm guessing it might have just been grease. There's a lot of grease that's on here, and this stuff doesn't need to be greased. It's plastic on plastic. Even metal on plastic doesn't need it. Those are wipe with a little bit of this. So yeah, if you're gonna stay here, anybody who's gonna stay here or pop in, I'm going through this whole board on this episode. So this will be on Mark's Basement Arcade on YouTube later on, tomorrow or whatever. But I am going through this whole board today. So I have to. I want to get this game out of my house. And this is one of the last things I need to do. I have to go through this board. I cleaned the cabinet right after I took this board out. And now I'm going to clean the board, put a new power cord on it, and then put it back in a cabinet. And the only thing that's going to be left is the, what do you call it? The playfield. I'm going to get the bottom of this cleaned off because it's greasy. There we go. Just fold. Some of these fold. I think it's more like the Gottlieb ones that fold. There we go. I guess that out of the way. Now I can clean this nasty plate off and vacuum under there. Garbage. I have actually went through and polished these. It looks pretty cool, but yeah, it's like when I had extra time to do things, but I want to just get this whole board done today, so it ain't gonna get polished. Plus you guys are watching, so it's not gonna get polished. Yeehaw. That's my new vacuum. I love it. Love the new vacuum. Alright. Let's get that back. Ooh, clothes are dry. Get back on there. This is going to be fun. I'm going to leave them loose just so I can manipulate them if needed. I don't think I will. You seem to be lining up perfect. Alright. Now I might as well look at my switches. I'm looking for up movement and down movement. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see. That's as tight as I'm going to be able to get. Okay. I guess like the closer I get this way, the better you'll be able to see. But yeah, I guess you can see it pretty good there. Getting good on both. Now we're going to go to this one. And they're beautiful. They're going up. The bottom, the top, like this top leaf is going up, and then the bottom is following it up a little bit, and then we get our gap, which is good. This one. I don't like the top switch here. So I take my leaf adjusting tool and I throw it across the basement. I'm going to take that top one and bring her down a little bit. There. Now this top leaf, we're getting a good movement. I have a gap where it's open there, and then just before we get to the top of the cam, I'm getting a tight pinch on it. Alright, we'll go to this one. Maybe need a flashlight on that one. Alright. Bottom's opening. Middle's opening. Second from top is opening. Top is closing. Top could use a little down. And the top leaves usually will need to be brought down a little bit for adjustment. Just that you reach into the game, sometimes you snag them, sometimes you don't. Okay, that's good. And we can get at this one right away too. Bottom switch, it's opening up good. The next switch, we gotta open right there. It opens and closes to the next one right away. And again, top switch needs a little tweak to come down. I need to get a piece of paper in there. It's easier for me to see some of these. Yeah, that's the one I was worried about. It's opening enough. It's just I would like it to be open a little more. And that top one, I'd like it to close quicker. It has such a bottom swing to it. There we go. I like that better. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but this bottom was coming up too much, and this one wasn't contacting fast enough. So now we got them the way I like them. Now we're going to go to the switch. That one's perfect. The bottom switch is opening, the top's opening, and then the very top is closing. As Williams intended. Now we're going to go to this one. Open? Yes, it is open. I might be blocking you, but I can't see you. Again, the top switch. I want to close up just a little bit. Now I need to open it just a little bit. Just a little bit more. So that doesn't have a lot of travel. There. There, now it does. Alright, we're on to this one. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to do. So right, once it gets to the end, this one we're going to have to just do manually. At the bottom switch, I'd like it to be down a little bit more. Up a little bit more. There we go, that looks good. Alright, now this one's always going to be a fun one. This is like a pulse. Close up that top just a little bit. I think they call this the pulse switch because it's got so many grips on it. That switch needs to come down a little bit. Same with that one. Oh yeah. See, that's the pulse switch. All right, beautiful. The multimeter on EM games are very valuable, though. It does. You can check switch performance. If you got a switch that is actually closing and you can see it's closing, but for some reason that circuit does not work, multimeter the switch to make sure it's closing, because there's a thing that I call spinners, which I will show you. On each leaf you have two electrical contacts. Sometimes these contacts here, it's basically like a pressed in rivet. After all the years of opening and closing and zapping, sometimes these will actually spin. They get loose to the point where they will spin. You see your switch opening and closing, and you're like not getting like 10 points or 100 points. See if these are spinning. This goes for anything. See if they're spinning. And if they are spinning, you can either take the leaf apart and then smash the top down with a hammer, you know, just give it a one good whack, or you can just clean this off here and just heat it up and put a little solder on it, and that will solder the back of the contact to the leaf. So I had that on one of a Gottlieb I was working on. If I manually hit the target, I would get points every time, but if the ball came and brushed it, it wouldn't work most of the time. So it was like, okay, why is this working? Why is it not working? It drove me nuts. So it ended up being the same thing. It had spinners on it. The Gottliebs are really well known for that. So I soldered both contacts on because they were both bad, and then after that, they were fixed. So, but yeah, these, I love eyeballing them because you know they're opening and closing. A lot of people will go through here and multimeter every single one of these. I can't even imagine how much time that takes. I could not imagine. I think it would be a crazy amount just to sit there and go through that and multimeter each one. Multimeter each one to make sure they're opening and closing. That'd blow my mind. I have to get some of my oil to put a little bit on this gear. There. I'll take this off. These you just can loosen the screw a little bit. And this will just slide right up. So everything in here is free. It's working good. I just want to put a couple drops of oil on these gears. I hope it's where I left it. Alright, it was there. I'm just going to use this. It's 3-in-1 motor oil. It's for electric motors and such, so forth. I am going to put some on the gears. I'm sure it hasn't been lubed in 17 billion years. And it will eventually work itself through. Everything as I spin around. The oil will get on all the gears. The clutch is good on here. Let me put a little drop on that. Oh yeah. You need to get a Q-tip in there. Just wipe off the area. And I don't want the grease on. Lubricant. There we go. That looks good. I think it's time for me to wash my hands off. That's what I think it is, actually. I'm just gonna get everything else dirty if I keep going on with dirty hands. This is your motor switch right here. This you can turn, you have the machine on and use it to diagnose things on your machine with the square reel not running. That's what that is. Alright, let's get rid of my light. Don't need that. Let's find my hand wash, wherever it is. And I just need to wash off my hands, get all the grease. True, yeah, I agree. I still do ohm test on the coils too. And then there's a new thing I learned about coils and relay switches is magnetism. Oh, I had a big issue with one game. Drove me just nuts. Drove me nuts. I wish I could get rid of that show me thing on the little chat window. Driving me nuts. Alright. Maybe I will go over to the power cord now. Just to do something different. We'll get the power cord attached on. I can show you how I do that. And this game is high tap too. Right here, I don't want the high tap. I'm going to put it back on low tap probably. We'll see how the game performs on high tap. I might take it off high tap and put it back on low tap. Alright. This area here is all clean. This area here isn't. But we want to get the cord on. New power cord. So let's get you out of the way so I can take this, flip this around, and get the cord out of my way. Alright. And we'll take the cord and we will wind it up first. Can't believe I cut this cord short. Rookie mistake, Mark. Alright. I'm just shortening this up by doing that to it. Alright. Let's get this table cleaned off because I will need to add other things onto it for soldering. Some things I can just take and move. Get them out of my way, like these. This. That. And these. We will need that. Alright, we'll put you here. The power cord. here, because I will need that. We can disconnect the vacuum right now. And the Dremel. We'll get out the old soldering goodness. We will need this. We will need that. We will need that. 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 I think that's it. Plug you in, turn you on. Get the cord out of the way. Alright. First thing I did was replace the power cord. Yes, that's what we're doing now. This is just a, I don't know who did it, but it looks like it's just a phone cord, lamp cord that's on here. Could be original, I don't know. It's just a lamp cord. It's got no ground on it. Does this machine need a ground? Really? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't need a ground. We have shorter ones. Doesn't really need a ground. These cords I don't throw out either. I scrap them. There. Disconnect here. That was probably loud. It's right by my speaker. My microphone. Okay, come on. Alright, that's there. Now these I usually do black to yellow, white to the other color, and green to the ground. This green doesn't even have anything on it. These will go here. That. Take this and unknot it. Yeah, I like to put a new cord on just about everything that is sketchy. That can go over there because it's getting recycled. I'm leaving these off because I want to pull the wiring harness out of the way later and clean under there. Garbage can, where did we go? Right there. These will get soldered. Whoops. And shrink tubed. I need a little bit more. Where? There we go. This one I have to cut because the end was like soldered. That one I will strip and get a nice clean edge on it. what did I say? Black to yellow? White to black. Green to green. You want your hot going to the fuse. And I am still putting shrink tubing on these. However, I'm going to put it on like this. I'm just going to slide it over the top. Green to green. Ouch. It bit me. These, twist them together. All right. Now we're going to get the flux out. This is Radio Shack flux. And yes, you can still buy Radio Shack stuff. Just go to radioshack.com and you can get your flux on. There. I put the flux on wire. I like doing that better. Like that. And a little bit of solder right on the soldering iron to get it started. And then you just feed your wire, your solder right into the wire. Since they're twisted together and that flux is on there, it just bleeds the solder through every twist and turn of your wire you just did. There. So these wires are, even though I twisted them together, they got so hot that solder went down into all the twists and bound them all together like that permanently, or until you heat it up and do it again. So yeah, now I'm just pushing the solder into the wire. I'm not even touching the soldering iron. There. Clean my soldering tip off. Turn that off. I can take some of this stuff and throw it back in a thing because I don't need it anymore. But that's how I solder. Alright, where did I put my shrink tube stuff? Here we go. We could use this, or maybe add a little color to it. What do we got? I just got these. So I'm going to add a little color to it, huh? Should be kind of neat. Could add some yellow, black. Could we get the red on there? I don't think we could get the red on. No. The only wire that would fit over the top would be yellow. We can try that. Don't like what you see here. Get your flux out. I kind of like that. That's how I do it. I just slide it over the top like that and fold it over on the end. Nifty. There. How's that? There. Those are on for good. Alright. Now we got these. I'd like to wipe them off. Soldering iron. I'm going to take that and stick it on the floor out of the way so I don't knock it over and melt anything. I'll put this back here because we may need it. We're in my drink. There we go. I can't see it. Arnold Palmer half and half light tea. Nummy. Alright. These. I want to clean these tabs up a little bit. They will go back on, but they're kind of just dirty and disgusting. So why not clean them up before we put them back on. They're not going back on yet anyways. Oh, these are just stained. They're clean. But they're stained a little bit. That one is really stained. So is this one. What I mean by stained is you just still look dirty. See? That is clean. So I have another way to fix that. This one's just stained on the bottom, which isn't bad, but it's clean on the top. So to bypass that, Novus 2. A little bit of Novus 2 right there. A little plastic part. Novus 2 works great for a lot of this cool stuff. I'll show you another couple tricks I do with it. Like new again. That one's good. This one's dirty. Just wipe it off with the Novus. Here. Alright, I'll show you a couple other neat little things I do with the Novus. All the tops of these, they just get disgusting. See how just nasty that looks? You take your Novus 2, you just put on your rig. You can do the same thing. I think we'll put a little more Novus 2 on there. There we go. There we go, look at that. Where are we? See how clean that is now? Do one more. See how nasty that one is? Pretty. All right. Cut, rinse, paste, repeat. We have the cord done. That I'm gonna hook into the harness once we get that far. I'll throw the Novus rag there. This we don't need anymore. This we will. This we will. Now we're just gonna just go through this and clean all these off. I don't know what that's from, but we'll get to it once we get up underneath it. Where's that wire? Let's get that on top. Probably just wrap it around like that. That one over there too. This one's gonna be a fun one to do. It's got so many. This dust makes me cough like crazy. That'll be a fun one to do. Did we ever ohm test these? I sure hope they're all working. So I made a parts order. I wouldn't see why not. You see that? I think you can. I am just doing a random ohm testing. Just to make sure they're giving me some kind of number versus nothing. Just so you know, not all these coils are used on the game. Some of them are used for 10 cents or multiple things. Usually when they're in free play, some of those never ever work or never get used. Alright. So now we're gonna get the buzzer out. And the buzzer is just my Dremel. Because it buzzes. And it buzzes loudly. And we will just start buzzing them. That one I gotta take off the board to get the other side because they're very small leaves and they're just, I can't get to the other side unless I destroy the top half. I have a BG Resto back glass in my Gulfstream right now, and it looks pretty decent. It's not as see-through as the original is. However, they are 100% better than having a damaged, flaked, nasty looking back glass. I have to say that. But yes, I've had I've bought several, but I have one for my own use. But yeah, they're for what they are, they're great. But don't expect what is it, the opacity or whatever? How your bulbs shine through your natural glass that was silkscreen painted. Don't expect them to shine through exactly the same way that they did. The BG Resto glass is more like couple layered sticker, vinyl sticker that is applied to a brand new piece of glass. Like I said, they're great for what they are. You know, if you got a damaged glass, it's better than nothing. What is this for? Ground wire. Okay, yeah, that's useless. So yeah, would I get another one? Of course. I totally would. Yeah. Can I get to it? Yes, I can. Hold on, I will show you my Gulfstream one. I think I left it out of the head when I put it away. Did I leave? Yes, I did. Here it goes. All right. BG Resto glass. This is a BG Resto glass. Beautiful. Detail is great. The colors are not exactly the same. Like this orange beach ball is actually a oranger on the original game. Here is the back. As you can see, whatever colors you can see through. This will all be lit. The number is lit. But if you look at it, it's kind of like a giant sticker. But does it shine through good? You can see it shining. It just doesn't have that same shine as your original one does. Since this is basically a vinyl sticker that is applied to it. It's two stickers actually. I believe. Yes, it's two stickers. I think. It looks like two stickers. Yes, it's one sticker with this on it. And then this black goes over the top of it. So, like I said, it is better than nothing. It is better than a flaky glass. So, yes, I would get one. This one is actually sharp. It is very sharp. You can see it is sharp. See, like you can see the Williams. It's pretty sharp. The lines, points on your elbows, it's all very sharp. You can see it is not dull at all. But yeah, would I get one again? You know, here's the original one. Here's my original Gulfstream. As you can see in the back, why I got a new one. Somebody electrical taped it and then spray painted. And like I said, remember the orange here? This is a darker orange, but you can see it's just as sharp. The colors are a little bit different, but you would not even know. And then like I said with this one, with the light shining through, same light. See how it's brighter? That's the difference. This shines through brighter because this is silk screened. But like I said, would you rather have a shady looking, chipped up, flaky back glass, or would you rather have a nice shiny new one? You only got a couple choices. You go find a new old stock one that is in good shape. You find one that's in better shape than yours, or you go get a repo like I did. Let me find a good spot to lay this now. I have a ton of glasses in my cabinet. Here we go. But if you can get a back glass, I would get one from CPR first. See if CPR has back glasses. Because CPR makes some of the same back glasses that BG Resto makes. Look at CPR, see if they have like back glasses. Like you can get Matahari from BG Resto, or you can get it from CPR, Classic Reproductions or whatever, Playfields. The CPR one is silk screened, so the colors bleed through and everything just like the original glass, while the BG Resto one is like that vinyl sticker where it the light doesn't come through as much. But yes, flaky back glass versus a really good vinyl sticker on the glass. It's a toss up, but yes, like I said, I would go with a CPR glass first. I think Shea does also silk screening. Whoever does silk screening glasses, those are the glass I would go for first for a back glass. And then all is left is BG Resto. BG Resto, I waited 6 months for that glass, just so you know. I think it was up to 6 months I waited for it. So that's a different thing too. Usually with CPR, you buy it today and you'll have it next week. I don't know how Shea is, or to other people, but I know how CPR is. If it's in stock, you'll get it right away. Alright, let's get to vacuuming these off. And you're welcome. That's why I'm here. I want to show everybody what I can. Help educate anybody as much as I can. There you go, yeah, 2 weeks. This it's a hobby for him, I think. It is not his job. So he does it as he does it. So you can't blame the guy. It's not his life job. So he does it on the side. So if you get it, you get it. You know, if he emails you right away, perfect. If he doesn't, you know, and you gotta wait, you gotta wait. It's just, that's how life is. But yeah, let's vacuum these. flip these up. And look at that. It's so much easier to clean, isn't it? Now we gotta work on the bottom of this switch. I'll show you why I did it the way I did. These are tiny little switches. Yes, it's awesome that he has the service. He doesn't have to do it. He could close up shop. And in a lot of the cool glasses that you could have got from him, you're not getting anymore. But basically anything Gottlieb you're going to get from him, I believe. You're not going to get it from anybody else. So yeah, these contacts are just so nasty tiny. Now, since I'm on the back, I'm going to make sure they're all adjusted correctly to my liking. And they all look pretty good except for this one. I have to get on my, what do you call it? I will show you in a second. It makes me see easier. Get this at Harbor Freight. It's awesome for if you're old and you got bad eyes, or if you just got bad eyes, for adjusting switches. Those are good. It is just so bent there. This thing, I think they're like $8 at Harbor Freight. It's got this lens. It's got this lens, which is really, I can really get in there. Here I can see, oh, my camera lens is dirty. Yeah, it's got a flip down lens on the inside. Right in here. It's got another lens that you can flip down to double this one. They have lights in them. I never use them. I got enough light above. That's a great tool to have from Harbor Freight. Alright. We got that all vacuumed and everything. and clean. So let's get all these puppies back down to where they were. That I'm gonna buzz real quick too. Even though that never gets used, it's still getting cleaned. Somebody might be, hey, I want to use a slam tilt. I mean, kickoff switch. Well, they can because it will work. Alright, let's find some screw holes now. Some people told me I'm crazy for cleaning this far on a game, but I look at it as like, if you're paying for a refurb service, what are you expecting? You know, when I say I refurbish a game, what are you expecting? I've seen games that people sell and they're like, yeah, I went through it 100%, and then I open up the game and it looks like shit. Pardon my French, but yeah, it looks like shit. I'm like, how did you go through this game? You didn't even clean it. That's just how some people are. I have to fix that hole. We got a stripped hole. Yeah, how can you do that? Say you went through a game and it's filthy inside. Just blows my mind. But yeah, I've seen it. But I have to say one thing, my original first work on these machines, that's what I did though. I didn't go this deep into them and take them apart and clean them like I am right now. So I can understand if you've been only doing it for a short amount of time, your techniques change. And mine have changed over the years for the better, trust me. I did things I would never do now. I mean, I did a lot of different things that I would never do now for repairing. For example, my Captain Fantastic refurb job, I reused the coil sleeves. I cleaned them and reused them. That would never happen today. Never. Those get replaced. I am fixing a stripped screw hole right now. Toothpick, wood glue, needle nose pliers, wood glue. Why wood glue? Because we are gluing into wood. We're using wood to glue into wood. Let's get the wood glue down. Get wood glue on the wood. Stick toothpick in hole with the wood glue. Close the wood glue. You don't need to let this dry. I know there are people out there like, you gotta let that dry. No, you don't. Trust me, it's better if you put it in there wet. I put them in there wet Right now that screw just mashed into the toothpick I just worked on. It took that toothpick, the hole was bigger. I put the toothpick in the hole and kind of made the hole smaller. That glue is all surrounded the toothpick, which now just went in at a hole. Now I put the screw in, which just destroyed the toothpick and smashed it into the wood, which now took that wood glue and soaked it into the plywood here and on the threads of the screw, which it now is bonding them all together. That screw will still come out perfectly. However, it's really holding in super good everything else. But yeah, next year or whatever, if you want to take that screw out, it's going to come out just like it always did. There won't be any issue with it. Let's clean this off. Doesn't need it? No. Could have looked better? Yeah. You know, just some of these little things just look better when you go over them. Most of that's going to be hidden, so it doesn't matter. Alright. This big screw through here, like that, into the hole. Notice I did not thread the new cord into the old harness. It's too fat. It's too fat. So what I will do is I will use white zip ties and then zip tie it next to the harness. The white zip ties will kind of blend in with these white clips here that I am using for the harness. White zip ties. But I want to get these situated first. Which will be these. And of course I put it on wrong. Do. There. There we go. I like pizza. I could eat pizza all the time. Did I just put that in there wrong again? Of course you did. Pizza for me, pizza for you. I like to eat pizza in a big brown shoe. I could also eat pizza at Thanksgiving. Ooh, imagine pizza for Thanksgiving. There. Okay, that's all in. Now we will take my new cord. We're going to wrap it under here. Leave just a little slack and pull it right there. Get the side cutters. There. One more maybe. Two. Yeah, what more? One more right at the end here, right there. This one's not going to be that tight though. This one's just going to be kind of just to hold it. There. There. New power cord installed. We have to go through these last couple switches. That's garbage. We'll just go through these switches here. Make sure they all open and close to my liking. Good. I don't like you. And I don't like you. And I don't like you a little bit. Whoop. There. This top one. Yeah, I did look at that. This one I don't like a little bit. And it's the reset relay. We want to make sure this one is pretty spot on. Super awesome adjusted. This does a lot for the game. I want to make sure this gets the best contact of them all. The tightest contact. Yeah. Where are we? I normally don't adjust them back here, but that leaf had a bow in it. That means somebody was messed with it at one time, or it just left the factory in a poor adjusted state. Same with this one. it's less sloppy to me. They're out of the way. I know they're not touching anything now. So now we can take some Novus and clean those off. And then we can go back to the front of the game and clean the last little bit of the front half. Like I said, I got to do this anyway, so if anybody is here, I appreciate you tuning in and watching, no matter how long you're here. But like I said, I have to do this anyway, so figured I might as well just do it for the stream. People can pop in and out all they want. This one we cleaned. This one we cleaned. This one. This one. Does anybody live in between Arizona and Wisconsin? I'll be making a road trip next week. I think I'll be going through Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, and then straight up from Oklahoma, I believe, to Wisconsin. And just on the edge of Illinois, I think. I'm avoiding tolls. Why? It's not because I'm cheap. It's because I have a problem paying tolls to states with shitty roads. What are you using your tolls for? Shouldn't that be for you to be having nice roads? Illinois has been doing a better job at their roads, but for years they're just bad. Like I said before, I want these, none of them to interfere with the, what do you call it? The action of them. So if I take the wires and bend them around in such where they don't do anything, interact with anything, the better. Alright, we got the back half all done. We just got this last, I don't know what you would even say. Let's get to the Jones plug since we're right here. I'm not going to fix that, I don't think. I don't think it's that much of a deal. I believe it will. Like I said, you don't need to clean the outside of the Jones plugs, but I just do. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal with that being broke. It's still going to do its job. The connectors are all together yet. So I don't think there's any reason to fix it. I probably will put a little epoxy on it later on. I have this glue. Probably will put some of that on it. Will it hold it? Eh, maybe. But I probably... I think I will. I don't know. No, I won't. It's going to be more obtrusive or whatever. It's going to be more in the way. What is it? It's going to be more in the way of, hey, what's his toes? And yeah, Real Vinyl Dude. Oh yeah, I answered you already. What's his toes? What's up? We're just going through this whole complete board and doing everything to it. I have to go through it. This is it started out as a possible trade deal. This plus money for a game that needs everything, you know, it needs a full shop job. However, I don't know what's going on. You know how that is sometimes with deals. I offered the deal. The guy's like, yeah, it's an awesome deal. I'm gonna look into it. And then I'm just waiting for a response. But I told him this game, regardless if you want it or not, it's still getting refurbished. If you don't want it, that's fine. I will refurbish your game. However, I need a project for Sundays. This is a good project. I've done a similar game to this. I did what? Triple action or triple star action. I did a star action. So I don't need to really do a triple action. So I said, regardless, this is going to get done. It will be up for sale if you do not want to do it a trade. So I'm basically just waiting for the guy to figure out what he wants to do. I'm not bothering him anymore on it. Like I said, you can only ask so much. That's about it. Yeah. I just showed off the oh, what do we got there? Who is that? Rob Enterprise or ABP Enterprises resubscribed. Hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, last time I saw you was MGC. Okay, my thing. Jeez. I lost my camera. All right. Okay, what am I supposed to be on? Hold on. My camera switched. Let's go to the other camera. I need to see what my setting is supposed to be on that. It's on that one. I don't know why it freaked out. Alright, let's turn you off and just turn you back on. Hey, there we go. Yeah, like I said, last time I saw you was MGC. There we go. I don't know what that was. Now, why are you not focused and foggy right now? We're on the right setting, aren't we? Oh no, we're right next to MR. Okay, this thing's being funny. I bumped something. Let me go back to my other camera and just restart this one again. Been busy living the dream. That's alright, nothing wrong with that. Okay, why is this on? What did I do? There we go. Is that back to normal now? Okay, let's do autofocus. Oh, come on, just be cool. Let's go back to the top camera again so I can figure out this thing why it's... Yeah. I had it on the wrong setting. There we go. I think that's right. There we go, yes. Yeah, I hear you about been busy living a dream. I don't know how I hit all those weird buttons on it. I changed some settings on it apparently. There we go. Perfect. Autofocus. There we go. We're back to normal. Yeah, Gulfstream, yeah, I just had mine out. I just had it out. I had to do a couple things on it. I had a couple nasty little gremlins that were on it, but this game is a game I bought. I never did anything to it. I bought it, brought it home, and played it. It does need a full shop job. I had a weird reset problem where it had a long pause when you would start a game, and then it would start, which was weird. So I fixed that. Score real issue where it was lazy. I fixed that. I basically just fixed a couple things just so it could be used at the party I had here. But yeah, it could use a full Mark's Basement Arcade to go through. It could use it. Oh, where did I drop that? Great, there's a screw. One odd screw somewhere. There it goes. Found it. Note to self, when you drop screws in the bucket, make sure you're actually dropping the screws in the bucket. Yes, and thank you again for resubscribing. I know this channel's been kind of dead. If I'm not here, I don't think anybody's here. I know we had a new person. I don't know where they are now. For like 2 days in a row. I don't know if they were just trying it out, didn't like it, or what. But I haven't seen them since. I think it's just me left for Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm going to vacuum this off real quick. But yeah, I think I'm the only one that's doing it. Well, I know I'm the only one doing it. I wish we could get some other people either back on or coming in. It's kind of nice to have a back mixture on this channel again. Trying to get Dave's Arcade to do some extra streaming on here once in a while or something like that. He's more than welcome. You know, do something once in a while. I talked to him about it. He's got to go. He's just got to get the info from Dan, and he's golden. And Dan's like, yes, he'd be perfect. So, I don't know. I have fun doing this. Like I said, I have games that have to get done. So, I just do them. This is a game I've done before. Well, kinda. And I don't need to make videos on it again. I got a travel time that's behind me too. That's got to get gone through. Okay, I'm gonna get my stapler. Yep. Yeah, remember, not use those big fat juicy screws because they hold down the counter. Yeah, Dan, I can't remember last time Dan streamed. I think the last time he streamed was a pre-MGC update once. I think that was it. That's the big screw. Where's the next big screw? I think that was the last time Dan streamed. It was just like a pre-MGC update. I like the Gamer Zone. That was nice to have. Be nice if Dave got paid at Buffalo for streaming. I'd stream on Buffalo if I got paid for it. But he's not getting paid accordingly, as far as I'm concerned. Well, he's not going to get paid on here either. This is just volunteer work. I do it because of gaming. I love MGC and I like doing this volunteer work for him. Just like some of you guys do. It's like Buffalo was the biggest thing for the longest time. And there's like hardly anybody on Buffalo anymore. Well, it's just like MGC too. We had basically one day that was open where there was nobody streaming. Now, if I don't stream, there's nobody here. So I almost feel obligated to stream you know, as much as I can. What's up, Paisan? I have to get on my computer and see what you guys are saying. That little window on chat, I can't really see too much because that stupid thing on the bottom of it. I almost feel like Twitch will unlock NBA. Why can I? Oh, I can't do that. See, I can't. I don't know how I'd like just to click on that and close that. I don't want to make it. See, I can't like change any of that. Lock. Whatever the display capture is. Lock. But yeah, I wish I could, if anybody knows how I can, this X that's on the chat, if I can, how I can close that. You picked up a new, what pin did you get? I don't know if I can even. Yeah, I can't get rid of that chat thing. You got a fireball? How can I get rid of that? Animated remotes can be settings. Yes, the nicest people are from Wisconsin. Settings. Is that off? Ooh, let's change that. What is that? Animated emotes can be disabled in settings. I don't see animated emotes. Let's see if that. Oh, no, I don't want that. Turn that off. Geez, Mark. Fixed. I believe I changed the chat so you can type faster and it will work. But still, I have that in my little window that's on the screen. I can't figure out how to turn that what do you call it, off? Shield mode off, slow mode. slow mode. Yeah. There. You should be able to just chat as fast as you want now. I would like to... I don't know why it's got the animated emotes thing. Time spam, yeah. Chat highlights. I don't know what shield mode is, but I want to get the animated emotes thing off my screen. And it doesn't tell me. And I can't click on that. Oh well. Oh, that locked on coil should be easy to find, Dave. Just have somebody turn it on while you're messing with it. You figure out what that is. It's probably something stupid. I've had that before. Alright. One last spot. We gotta get in this area. I'm gonna move this away. But yeah, I got the chat turned on faster so you guys can just chat away. And let's get this off. We gotta get the fuses out. And you get my screwdriver. Get those fuses out. We'll clean off the fuses. We'll figure out if they're in the right spot. Usually with these EMs, some of you guys know that these fuses are never correct. And these are almost, 2 of them are slow blows. And I know the manual doesn't call for slow blow. I believe they should all be 10 amps and one 15 amp or something like that. I think I'm gonna just clean that right in there. Fireball head. All right. You can always get a junky fireball if you ever find one, and then just swap out the heads and have a really nice one. People do that all the time too. I really feel like taking this thing off a high tap. I really do. I'm almost about to. Alright, that's as clean as it's getting. Okay. You haven't found a junk yet. That's the junkiest fireball you've seen that's too nice. Yeah, I've... Yes, this is coming off. I had one game that was high tapped, and I ended up destroying some shit on it because it was high tapped while I was testing. Just totally nucleared a couple coils. And I mean, just destroyed them. Ever since then, I don't like high tap. This is my new tool. Well, it's probably was made in the 50s or something. It's a Wen electric soldering gun, model 250. This was given to me by a friend. You might know him if you watched Collector Call last week or the week before. He was on there. His name is John Penderson. But anyways, he gave this to me. And this thing gets like stupid booty hot. And if you don't know what booty hot is, it's hot. It gets hot fast. It gets hot quick. And these big giant lugs like that, boom, they're done in seconds. And that is done. So we're going to take the last little bit of these couple screws and stuff off. Yeah, that's John kept telling me to get one for the longest time, and you know I'm like, I like my Hako. And he goes, for coils and big stuff, you cannot go wrong with that. So he kept asking me if I was going to be at MGC, and I kept saying yes, I'll be there. And he bumps into me, and we talk, and then he pulls this thing out, and he goes, "Here you go." I'm like, "What?" So he gave me that soldering iron, and he told me to use it. And I did use it, and I love it. So thank you, John. Thank you very much for it. It is great for soldering on like big lugs and coils and stuff like that. But for the smaller stuff, I still love my Hakko. And I'm loving my new vacuum. That's my brand new vacuum. It's a little Craftsman shop vac. Love it, love it, love it. I love that thing. Yes, John is an awesome guy. Don's a great guy. He talks to you. You feel blessed, you know. When I started my YouTube channel, he contacted me, messaged me, told me I need to call him. I didn't listen to him at first because I'm a little stubborn and stuff like that. And then he's like, you're doing everything great, just try this technique, you'll like it. And yes, everything that he has told me to do, and I've done, and I like the new technique that I've been doing. The latest one I did was the score motor. Just take the whole one piece off and then just clean the switches and slap it back down. That was something that John taught me. He's like, quit taking the sack off. Just take the 2 screws, the whole piece comes off. Just go and buzz it there with your buzzer and be done with it. And I'm like, whatever, man, I did it. Takes me 2 minutes to clean a switch stack now. 2 minutes. So, if you ever do talk to John and he talks to you, contacts you, and tells you to do something different, try it. Just try it. But yeah, John, I consider him a really good friend. I wish he lived closer. But he told me, he goes, you work on a machine like I do. You gotta touch everything. You gotta clean everything. You gotta rebuild everything. Otherwise, why are you wasting your time? So yeah, John's been a good friend. Haven't known him for long, but he's been a good friend. He calls me up once in a while, or he'll message me once in a while. And I congratulated him on his new Buckaroo that he got on Collector Call from Roger Sharp. He got some really nice stuff off Roger Sharp. Roger Sharp got one of his games, and he took one of Roger Sharp's games. But if you ever get a chance to watch that episode of Collector Call, do it. I'm just tightening up all these contacts now. This is in the last two. Don't even know what this one is for. Probably for quarters or something. Okay, let's clean these off and put them back in there. That goes in there. Like that. Oh, now it's tight. This one goes right in the middle. So let's get those tightened. I tighten all of them even though it's probably never going to move from this spot. I'm in here. Like I said before, on some of these relays are never used. They're used for like 10 cents or whatever. I still rebuild them or clean them, adjust them. Yeah, I got invited over by John's house for the showing of Collector Call. When I first aired on TV, he invited me over. But I had a prior commitment that I had. This one goes in the first spot. Otherwise, I would have been at John's house watching the show with him, playing his awesome collection. There. Done! We are done with this. Holy cow. It's been 3 hours. 3 hours to rebuild this entire motorboard. Well, not really rebuild, but clean, go through, adjust. I have to go through these fuses yet. You're not done yet, Mark. I have to do that. So I'm probably gonna have to pull the schematics up and see what they are for fuses. I know they're not slow bow. I'm gonna clean up the fuses anyways. Test them to make sure they're good. Put the ones back that are whatever they are. 10 amp, 15, 15. I can't remember what the other one says. I have to look at it with my thing. But these, I always put back the correct ones. Alright, goggles. This is a 20 amp. I don't know if there's anything that's 20 on there. Two 20 amps. And these are 6 1/4. And an 8 amp slow blow. Well, I can tell you where those two are going. We'll go into here. I have to look and see which ones are what now. Alright. Alright, let's go on the computer. Desktop. Schematics. Williams. Triple action. Diagram. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing. Where are we? Yeah, I guess you can. I have my screen covered with this. Okay. Uh, 15 amp right here. I got a 15 amp, a 10 amp, a 15 amp, and a 10 amp. There's a 10 amp, a 15 amp, a 10 amp. Whoops. So we have 15, 10, 10, 15. So we got two 10s and two 15 amps. All right. Two 10s and two 15 amps. Now I have to see what do we have? Well, we got 10 amp on the top. That one is easy to figure out. We don't need 20 amps. Those will go. Those will go in there. 10 amp slow blow. We need two 15 amps. I wonder why they put weird values in here. Now we need what, 15 amp? No. 5 amp, 3 amp, quarter amp. 30, 8, 10, 1 amp, 10 amp. These are what, 15s? Okay, there's two 15s, and here's two 10s. All right. Let's see which is the 10s now. And my eyes aren't that good. So that says 10, that says 15. 10. These were the 15 10s. 10 amp. 10 amp here. Amp on the bottom. Yes. And then 15. There. Ugh. So now we get the high tap off. We got it tapped normal again. We got the fuses done. Correct fuses in the correct spots. No more 20 amp fuses and other weird amp slow blows. And what else? New power cord. We got a brand new power cord on it. Jones plugs cleaned. I'm going to see if I can glue that one together. I don't think it's going to be able to get glued together. If it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well. Like I said, this is broke in a awesome way for being broke. It's broke right on the edge. The prongs are still good. You can hold it together like that and push it in. It's going to be solid. They're broke where they're still tight in there. And how often really do you ever take a Jones plug out of a head? So I'm going to see if I can get some glue in there and hold them together. Actually like that. It should be stable. If I can find the glue. Here's the glue. I'm going to try this E6000. Dave swears by this stuff. He says it's great. I've used it on a couple things. It seemed to do the job. So we will try it on here. I will fill up this crack really good so it oozes out. And then later on, I will, I'm going to have to put a zip tie on that or something to hold it together. And later on, I will wrap glue around it the other way. To get it to stay. You see what I'm doing now? No, you can't. There. That's pretty good. I like to put something in between there. Actually, that's pretty good. Let's get that low. And then later on, after this dries, I'll put some glue on top of the crack on both sides and coat it real good to see if that will hold it. The only problem I don't like about this glue is the outgas. It's got a funny smell to it, which is a weird, funny smell. But that's holding good right now. It's solid. So this takes like 24 hours to dry. This is going to be fine out of the way. I only dropped 861 frames, but YouTube can't handle what I dropped. That's why you're getting like stuttering. Alright. My camera is crooked. I need a different camera. Oh, there we go. Stupid thing. Okay. I'm not messing with it. hit another button and made it do goofy things. Alright, there we go. So anyways, I think I am done with this. What I have left to do, I highly doubt I'm going to be here next Sunday, but I said I wasn't going to be here today either, because I was supposed to be leaving at 11 a.m. to go to Arizona today. So, my plans are maybe Monday or Tuesday I may stream. I don't know. But Wednesday I am leaving to Arizona. Once I get to Arizona, we'll probably have lunch or something with my wife's parents. And then after that, we will be hopping in their car and driving it back to Wisconsin. And then we will be taking it to their condo that they have here in Wisconsin, taking their car out of the garage and putting the new car in the garage. And the car that's in the garage, we are buying off them. So that is that. I can't see what's going on in my camera because it's got a goofy thing on it because I've been hitting big buttons with my chubby fingers. But anyways, everybody, I want to thank you all for lasting this long, or popping in and out, or everything, and hanging out with me and being part of Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm going to put my link up there, so please subscribe to me on YouTube. I do a pinball repair. I have Bally Knight Rider up right now, and then after that I think I have Williams Funhouse coming up. If you want some swag, there's a link for swag. And let's not forget Midwest Gaming Classic. I do not have the dates off the top of my head for next year's show, but you can find it on the link I just posted up there for Midwest Gaming Classic. So go there, buy your tickets in advance. It always helps. The more people that buy tickets in advance, the more cool things he can get scheduled earlier because he's got that extra money to work with. So maybe somebody that, or something or whatever he wanted and couldn't get at the last minute, he might have been able to get right now because he's got the extra money for it. So you're better off buying your tickets now because I believe they are forever tickets still. So if you can't make it next year, the tickets are still there and they'll be good till whatever year you come. And with that, April 5th to 7th. Are you going to be there this year? I know you had the issues last year, which was, sad that you couldn't make it. Hopefully you can make it this year, or next year. It was packed. It was very, 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 very packed. But it was awesome. You got, 5 new releases of games? Foo Fighters, Pulp Fiction, Godfather, Scooby-Doo, and the one that we all can forget was Galactic Tank Farce, Fail. That one was there too. My least favorite one actually I played was Scooby-Doo. You gotta wait. Don't go on me yet. Reason why they had sticky flipper buttons on it that they knew of. Just on one side. I don't understand how you can have every machine have the same sticky flipper button on one side. So I don't get that. It seems like a alignment issue to me with flipper switches, just to only be stuck on one side. Lag time. Basically, it was all just a couple adjustments and then code that made Scooby-Doo not as fun to play, because you had lag time waiting for balls, but it was a fresh code. I expected that. I didn't expect Galactic Tank Force to be, I'm going to say, poorly designed. Everybody I talked to said that the whole tank thing should have been further up the playfield. It's got these weird ass things that are underneath the flippers where it's like a drain save. But I had the whole time, every time the ball would get stuck, my flipper would be up and it would come down and lock it on that. And the minute I'd lift the flipper, it would just drain anyways. So those drain saves never did anything for me. Very cool looking game. I have to say that. It sounded good. Kooky, that's what it was designed to be, so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that whole tank mech was down too low. They need to invest in injection formed plastic instead of really poorly printed 3D printed stuff. I'm telling you, everything that's wrong with Galactic Tank Force. What else? But I did like they brought back the old Williams style, space shuttle between the flippers, where it's got the thing that pops up and blocks the ball. But like I said, underneath the flippers, it had these two, like, drain save things. But every time my flippers would go up, and if the ball went in there, my flipper would come down. It would lock the ball in the post area that was under there, and the minute I'd lift the flipper up, instead of going where it needed to be, it would just drain. They knew they had issues with the game because the games were flat, no pitch to them. Since you've got your flippers and you're smashing this tank assembly that's too far in the playfield, all the switches in front were being bent backwards, and it was creating a ramp that would smack into the glass. Like I said, if they could have went in the prototyping stages and moved the tank back further, I think that game would be solid. But that's my opinion. Some people are going to buy it no matter what. I like American. I like what they do. This game was an utter fail. From what I understand, it was shopped around to all the manufacturers and nobody wanted the game. So that kind of tells you something. That's what a rumor I have heard. But like I said, it was a beautiful game. It was kooky in the coolest ways. It sounded great. That whole tank assembly is just too close to your flippers. It's just too close. That's the big issue with that game. But Spooky was great. Godfather I did not like. Reason why I don't like Godfather, I don't like their crazy code thingy display stuff. Just like Guns N' Roses, I like playing it and watching it, but it was a little all that confusing, too much everything. So Godfather was a fail to me. I know people, if you real love Jersey Jack stuff, you'll love Godfather. Pulp Fiction was the bomb. If you wish you could go back to the 90s and play a brand new Williams, that's what Pulp Fiction is. It's got a blend of Williams feel and Bally. Um, Bally, I'm saying, it's got this saucer that's up on the top, and it reminds me of, I think Knight Rider had it, maybe Captain Fantastic, but Bally used these lighted arrow thingies under the playfield, and it's got that on there. It plays so smooth. It's a great game. You know, there's no DMD. Everything is through the, the old style like plasma displays. Just totally great. I really liked Pulp Fiction, and I'm looking forward to playing that more. Foo Fighters. Well, what is there to say? It's Foo Fighters. It's a badass game. It's totally badass game. The flow on that is just incredible. The flow on Foo Fighters is incredible. I don't feel you need the top end game with that upper playfield. I don't really think you need that. What else did we talk about? We got Foo Fighters, Galactic Tink Fail, Scooby-Doo with the Code, Godfather, and a Pulp Fiction. That was it. They even had a Led Zeppelin there. Don't know why. I think they're just trying to. Somebody that didn't know nothing about it saw a Led Zeppelin game and wanted to buy it. I think that's why they had a Zeppelin there. I think they had one or two. But yeah, you gotta push the junk out the door. So why not do it at a place where somebody might not know nothing about the game and be like, "Oh, Zeppelin, I'm buying it." But like I said last year, or whenever Zeppelin came out, I played the game and I felt Stern owed me money for playing it. And I'm going to stick to that. So yeah, I played it for free, but I feel you owe me money for me playing it. I didn't even look at it twice. That's why I don't remember how many games were at MGC. I think there was at least one. Oh, and then James Bond. They had the $20,000 one there, and I have to say that was a really good playing game. Too bad that's probably the last time I'll ever play it again, because they're making 500, and how many are you going to really ever find on location? I know there's one in Wisconsin, I think that's on location. But yeah, I think that's about it for my first time. Nathan E. Blair told me about you. It's nice to meet you. Very cool gaming van, by the way. I don't know who Nathan E. Blair is, and I don't know what you mean by gaming van. But I thank you for coming in. I don't know, maybe I'm confused with somebody else or what. I don't have a van. I have a SUV. But I appreciate you popping in the chat. I think anything else about MGC I'm missing? We had the whole Wisconsin Center, which was awesome. It was just packed. It was packed. Trying to think of anything else. I sold a game there, which is actually right here. I sold it. I had two prices on it, as is or a refurbed price, and guess what the guy picked? I did not want to bring it home, but I put a $200 price difference on it. So I kind of wanted the extra money for the refurb, so that's what I got. So it's sitting here and I will refurb it. Oh, no problem. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, thank you for popping in. I do pinball repair. Here's my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. If you're into repairing pinball machines, or if you know anybody who needs pinball machines repaired, I make how-to videos so you can fix your own machine, or you watch the video and you're like, I need to find somebody to rebuild it for me or repair it for me. So I do all these for free. I do the stream for free to support the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is right here. Midwest Gaming Classic is the largest gaming event of its kind in the world. It is everything to do with gaming. Just all gaming. Anything that you think of gaming. Card gaming, computer gaming, console gaming, arcade gaming, role-playing, board gaming. Everything to do with gaming is at MGC. What's cool about it, when you walk in there, you are automatically friends with everybody because you all have the same goal of being at that show, and you're in love with some type of gaming, which is really, really cool that Midwest Gaming Classic puts out that vibe for everybody. Everybody is cool with everybody. It's because we're all there just for one thing. I might go there for pinball. You might go there for board games, but we're loving gaming, so it's like a big mecca of the world to come to Midwest Gaming Classic. But yeah, I've been on for almost 4 hours. Jeez. Oh. Like I said, I wanted to get this done. I had to get this rebuilt anyways. Refurbished. It's got to go back in the machine. Hoping that glue dries and it holds good. But yeah, this will go back in the machine. Yeah, that works good. Like I said, new cord on it. Everything's been tested, gone through. It's all working. We just put the new fuses in, the correct fuses. And I think that is about it. And I believe I am done, because this was a 4-hour fun fest. But I'm probably going to take this and set it somewhere else. Take blast off, put it up here, and start working on the back end of that. Because time is money. I need money, and I am short on time. So with that, I'll be back 2 weeks, Sunday at 2. And I'll have more pinball ideas for you. And you'll have things you want to talk about, and I will too. Thank you, everybody, for joining in for a couple minutes, an hour, 15 minutes, or whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's cool stuff right here. Please like and subscribe. Follow Midwest Gaming Classic on MGC, Twitch, tvMGC. Follow Mark's Basement Arcade on YouTube and Facebook. And take care, everybody. And later.